children, story time. So today is a story from Bhagavatam. Okay, the story is the end, which was the beginning. It was the last day of the great war on the field of Kurukshetra, Mahabharat. The sun had set long ago. Near Samantapanchaka lay the Kaurava monarch Duryodhana, with his thigh broken by Bhima. He was dying, and to his presence came Aswathama, the son of Drona. His anger knew no bounds when he saw how unjustly the king had been hit. Aswathama took an oath that he would avenge the killing of his king by destroying all the Pandavas. The entire Kaurava army had been annihilated. Only 3 were alive, bearing the dying king. They were Kripa, Kritavarma, and Aswathama. That night, when everyone was asleep, Aswathama hurried to the Pandava camp. He did not find the Pandavas, but their 5 sons were there, sleeping. Drishtadyumna and his brothers were in the camp too. The angry Brahmin killed all of them, the 5 sons of Pandavas and all the brothers of Draupadi. He then set fire to the camp and went away. The king, when he was told about it, was not happy. The act of his friend was too terrible. Early in the morning, the news reached the Pandavas. Draupadi was horror-stricken. In one night, she had lost all her sons and all her brothers. She saw their dead forms, and her voice was harsh with pain as she lamented their death. Seeing her tear-stained face and anguished eyes, Arjuna tried to comfort her. He said, "My queen, you will not weep for long. I will avenge the death of the children. I will bring the head of that sinner and lay it at your feet. He will not be able to escape me and the arrows from my dread Gandiva. I will seek him out and kill him." Arjuna hurried to his chariot, and Krishna once again was his charioteer. They saw Aswathama running fast to escape from Arjuna. Seeing the angry cloud on Arjuna's brow, the son of Drona tried to run as fast as he could. But Arjuna was like an avenging fury, and Aswathama could do nothing. His horses were not fast enough to carry him away from the spot. In despair, he thought of saving his life by using the great astra, Brahma Shirsha. He touched water, and after invoking the astra, he spoke the words, "Let the world be Pandava-less," and sent it towards Arjuna. The skies were filled with the glow and heat of the astra. A fear came over Arjuna, and he said, "Krishna, Krishna, what is happening? Why is my frame burning so? I feel that a dreadful fire is traveling towards me, and I do not know what it is, nor can I find a way of escaping its fury. Tell me what I should do." With a grim look, Krishna said, "Arjuna, the son of your guru has thought fit to hold the Brahma Shirsha at you. Do not look horrified. I know that Drona has told you how terrible it is, and I dare say he has told the same to his son also. But Aswathama evidently has no thought of the consequences of this dastardly action. Apparently, he desires to destroy the entire world. Make up your mind soon, Arjuna, and invoke the same astra. This is the only way you can quench the fury of this approaching fire." Arjuna saluted the presiding deity of the astra and invoked it. When the 2 fires were traveling towards each other, it seemed like the end of the world had come. The rishis from the heavens hurried towards the spot, and they said, "Withdraw the astra, both of you, or else the world will be destroyed. The 2 fires should not meet. Hurry and avert the calamity." Arjuna obeyed them immediately and withdrew his astra. Aswathama could not. When he learned the invocation from his father, He had been warned about the dreadful power of the Astra, not bothering to remember the warning he had sent it against Arjuna. The sins he had committed had robbed him of his purity and his Brahmanic tejas, and he was powerless against his own Astra. Lest it should consume him, he aimed it at all the unborn children of the Pandavas and thus thought of making the world Pandavaless. After withdrawing the Astra, Arjuna rushed towards Aswatthama. Tying him up with a rope, Arjuna dragged him like a cow meant for sacrifice. Krishna's eyes were spitting fire. He said, Arjuna, this is the man who has committed the gravest of sins, killing of children while they were sleeping. It is not right that you should have mercy on him. You must kill him without a qualm. I do not have to remind you of the rules of fighting. A man well versed in them will not kill an enemy who is drunk, who is careless about his safety, who has lost his wits, who is not trying to fight back, who is sleeping, who is fallen at your feet asking for mercy, who is defeated and who is frightened. But the sinner who saves himself by killing ruthlessly thousands of other lives must be punished only by death. And again, Arjuna, have you forgotten your promise so soon? I was listening when you told Draupadi, I will lay at your feet the head of that man who killed your son. You swore to do it. Why do you delay? Kill this man. Arjuna would not do so. In spite of the great provocation, he remembered that Aswatthama was his playmate of old, that he was the son of his guru. Drona had loved Arjuna even more than he loved Aswatthama. Arjuna was unwilling to kill the son of his guru who was like a brother to him. He took him to the presence of Draupadi and the other Pandavas. He said, Look, my queen, look on this sinner who is standing before you. His eyes are bent at the ground, since he dare not look at you in the face. Tell me what I should do with him, and I will do it. Draupadi's grief at the loss of her children would ever be fresh in her mind. Also the fact that Aswatthama killed them. But her anger had abated. She was overcome with compassion for him, and she said, Arjuna, please release him at once from these coils. I cannot bear to see the son of your guru bound like this. Drona was the guru who taught you archery, and his son is a brother to you. That pious woman Kripi has not joined her lord on the funeral pyre because her son is alive. If you kill him now, she will suffer the pain of losing her only child. I do not want her to suffer like me. Let him go away. Please release Aswatthama. Yudhishthira, Arjuna, as well as the twins were pleased with the words of their queen. Bhima was the only one Pandava brother who was angry at the sight of Aswatthama. He was totally for killing him. Krishna smiled and said, Arjuna, you are caught on the horns of a dilemma. Either you displease Draupadi and the others killing Aswatthama, or you incur the wrath of your beloved brother Bhima by letting the sinner leave. Do what you think is fit under the circumstances. Try and see how you can please all of them. Arjuna looked at all of them. Krishna was standing with his arms locked together across his chest, and there was an inscrutable expression on his face. Yudhishthira and others were looking sad and uncomfortable. Bhima was glowering angrily at the prisoner. After a long moment, Arjuna thought that he understood what Krishna was trying to tell him. He took up his sword and cut off the jewel on the head of Aswatthama. Stripped off the glow of the jewel, which had been part of him, stripped off his Brahmanic tejas, impure because of Shishu Hatya, Aswatthama stood in their midst. Arjuna undid the ropes which bound him and said, Now you can go. Cutting off the hair of a Brahmin, taking away the wealth that belongs to him, and ordering him to leave your presence, each one of them in itself is like killing a Brahmin, and Arjuna had done it all. To Ashwatthama, who was jealous of his honor, this treatment at the hands of Arjuna was worse than death. With his eyes bent on the ground, he dragged his steps away from the presence of the Pandavas and went far away from there. So this was today's story. We will see you next time with another great story from Bhagavatam. Bye-bye until then.